In this video, join me on a ride through some of the most beautiful roads in Ohio. I will be guiding you through rolling hills, deliciously unique eats and drinks, mom and pop businesses, and rich Ohio history. This trip is sponsored by Ohio Find It Here and the Coshocton Visitors Bureau. Having spent my whole life in central Ohio, I was thrilled to have the opportunity to visit Coshocton and the surrounding areas. My husband and I packed up and hit the road just before lunch. Witnessing the landscape change from flat, urban highways to sweeping curves into vibrant rolling hills had me excited for the two-wheeled exploring we were about to embark on. We were greeted by the city with a gorgeous ride over the Muskingum River on a beautiful bridge lined with voluptuous flower arrangements. Our first stop on our journey took us to Sarrells on the Square, an adorably decorated bar and grill right in downtown Coshocton. As we were being seated, the owner showed me some of the historic decor in the restaurant. Many of the items were from an old barn near the city. The metal that lined the bar belonged to the roof of the barn, and the big barn door that hung on the wall was filled with character and perfectly rustic, as well as the ladder that hung over the bar. So many little things to see, even before having our drink order taken. With so many delicious sounding items on the menu, it was hard to choose. But after a gorgeous ride into the city and the sweltering heat, my appetite was craving a juicy burger and a sweet tea.
That's actually really good.
With full bellies, it was time to explore. Taking the loop of the city via Route 541 and then back up north Route 93, we stopped by McKenna's Farm Market. After having fun snapping pictures with the horse and buggy out front, we went indoors and marveled at the assortment of local wine, meat, cheese, and a million other unique grocery options.
Okay, we are checking out the Woolly Pig Brewery and Farm. Number one, there's beer, and number two, there's actual woolly pigs. Come on.
This brewery blew my mind. The beer was phenomenal and the location was splendid.
That is so refreshing. It's so hot out. Oh my gosh.
I shared a flight with my husband, then we enjoyed a leisurely stroll around the farm. If you had a chuckle at the name of the farm, well, you'll be pleased to know that there are actual giant woolly pigs there.
Look at the size of these pigs. They're so big.
After relaxing on the farm and playing with the resident doggo, we enjoyed a beautiful cruise up to Baltic, Ohio. If you're a lover of wineries, be sure to pick up a Three Rivers Wine Trail passport and go explore the beautiful wineries in the area. Baltic Mill Winery was every bit of history, class, and relaxation. The red brick and exposed walls showcase features of the original flour mill. Upon entering the main seating and tasting room, you'll notice chutes and machinery that have been preserved from the early 20th century. If you walk upstairs, you'll actually be transported into the past. The mill machinery remains the focal point of the second and third floors. The flour mill's steam engine still rests in the cellar where it was once used to power the milling process all those years ago. On our way back south, we stopped in to visit the adorably wholesome shop that was Pearl Valley Cheese.
So we are at the Pearl Valley Cheese shop in Pearl, Ohio. Apparently this has world famous Swiss cheese, and I love cheese, so let's go check it out. Amazing. This is so Sometimes Swiss cheese has like a really overpowerful flavor. Oh my god. This is my favorite.
The incredibly kind staff was an absolute joy to chat with and listen to the long history of the cheese shop. After spending some time discussing the heritage of the local shops and farmers, I was absolutely astounded to hear that the shop produces up to 40,000 pounds of cheese every day, 5 days a week. They also do tours every single Wednesday of how they produce their product. We made our way back into Coshocton for dinner. The Ravens Glen Winery was an absolutely beautiful venue that I could have spent hours in. The view next to the window and the river was mesmerizing. I can't wait to go back in the autumn with cooler temperatures and sit outside on the deck next to the water. Rumor has it you can even see bald eagles flying by. Deciding on our dinner was easily the most difficult part of the day. Everything sounded amazing. The service was unparalleled and our food came out so fast. My husband ordered an impressive looking ribeye that gave me instant food envy, and I chose a creamy pesto tortellini that absolutely hit the spot. Don't forget to stamp your Three Rivers Wine Trail passport while you're there. Once again with full bellies and the sun setting on the horizon, we walked over to downtown Coshocton to marvel at the historic courthouse and enjoy the beautiful floral displays maintained by Coshocton in Bloom. The quiet streets and impressive architecture had me marveling the whole time. The following morning, we woke up to a beautiful misty sunrise over the city. We took a stroll over the bridge and enjoyed the floral displays as we peeked over and watched the water. While the morning sun was still low and the temperatures were still cool, we took a country ride through my favorite roads, sweeping curves and gorgeous scenery. By 10 a.m., it was time to head over to the historic Roscoe Village. Everything about this corner of the city is unique, beautiful, and chock full of history. The little village has so much to do and explore for free, including small shops, markets, general stores, and wonderful food. But I highly recommend stopping by the visitor center and purchasing the self-guided tour wristbands that allow you private access into many of the locked buildings. We had so much fun gandering around the unique shops and hunting for perfect little trinkets. The village itself lies along the old Erie Canal. There was so much to see and discover on multiple levels of the city. We found ourselves mesmerized by the craft shops. This includes blacksmithing, weaving, broom making, print press, candle dipping, and leatherworking, all of which you can do and experience for yourself. Of course, I was starting to get hungry, so we made our way over to Warehouse Steak and Stein, right in the heart of the little village. I immediately fell in love with the interior. The creaky floors, old shuttered windows, and tall ceilings made me feel like I was in an old-timey pub. Even more impressive than the interior was the menu. It took me way too long to decide on what to eat. While I hem-hawed with my internal struggle, I enjoyed a delicious Oktoberfest. I finally decided there would be zero regret by ordering the mac and cheese burger with pickle fries. Yes, pickle fries, not fried pickles. These things were amazing.
So these are actual deep fried pickle fries.
My husband ordered some fall off the bone ribs, and I am so lucky he likes to share.
That doesn't even need barbecue sauce.
The restaurant boasts a beautiful outdoor seating area as well as an impressive pub in the cellar. After lunch, it was time to visit the historic Erie Canal.
Well, we thought we were gonna beat the rain, but we didn't. Now it's time for real adventure. Let's go get on the canal ride.
The canal tour took a little over 40 minutes and was packed full of history. I had no idea the canal took 2 back-breaking years to complete and was the fastest route to transfer goods from Lake Erie all the way down to the Ohio River. One trip would take a canal roughly 80 hours to complete. Roscoe thrived until the 1860s when the canals gave way to railroads. Although the canal system continued to operate, Roscoe steadily ceded its position until the once prosperous port town was swept away in the Great Flood of 1913. I still had some exploring I wanted to finish back at Roscoe Village. This little place had so much to see and do I could have spent all night exploring. The single-room schoolhouse was beautiful and showcased some impressive learning techniques as well as facts about the children and their school-home life balance. I think I enjoyed visiting the home and office of Dr. Johnson the most.
All right, here we are at our last stop of the day here in Roscoe Village. We are going to check out Dr. Morrow Johnson's actual house. I have been loving this historic tour and we have our special key, so let's go inside.
Kind of feels like our house.
The beautiful home vividly displayed 19th century living and just how hard people had to work to achieve an education in the 1800s. The doorways and beds were significantly shorter than what we're used to today due to the fact that people were significantly shorter 200 years ago. After dropping off our tour key, I wrapped up my visit with one last stop to the Roscoe General Store to purchase some Pearl Valley cheese and wine.
All right, well, we just finished up our tour of Roscoe Village here in Coshocton, and of course I had to wrap it up by getting some Pearl Valley cheese because I love that little cheese shop and I can't wait to go home and eat this.
If you would like more information on my journey to Coshocton, please check out some of the links I have placed down in the description. Once again, thank you so much to Ohio Find It Here and the Coshocton Visitors Bureau for sponsoring this trip and encouraging all of us to get out and explore on 2 or 3 wheels. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until my next one, you be good, and I will see you later.